Hello everybody, it's Pixi again. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another awkward video. Yay! If you're new here, welcome. I'm Pixi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you happen to be doing right now. I hope you're having a fabulous day or night. I'm super excited because I realized tonight that Steampunk is a little over a month away. I'm super excited for our Steampunk Festival. I'll leave a link down below to the one we go to. It's a whole weekend and it's just so much fun. It's a lot of antiques and a lot of dressing up, and there are bands and there's great food, and I love this time of year. So let's get started. I'm going to talk a little bit about steampunk, what it is, what people assume it's going to be, or what people assume it is, and you can pretty much just guess that I'm really obsessed with it. It's one of those subcultures where there's really no rules, but I really don't believe in rules anyway. If you're into a certain subculture and you want to follow said rules, then go for it, because a lot of people assume, goth is all black and punk has to be torn, tattered jeans and spikes and studs everywhere. But really, if you're going to delve into anything alternative, the whole point is that you be yourself. I need wine. Wow. Get the throat going. Yeah. Don't say that, Sarah. Anyways, a lot of people who know or have seen anything steampunk on Pinterest or Facebook, or just seen videos or any kind of subculture media, yes, there are goggles and yes, there are top hats, and there's a lot of leather, pleather, brown and black. This is the Steampunk Bible. It's a famous book now. And a lot of people have also, like my friend Heather said, that a lot of people think steampunk is dated, but I really don't think any subculture is really dated. I think it evolves, and there are different subcultures within subcultures. So basically my whole point is, if it makes you happy, wear it. You don't have to label it as anything, but if you go to a steampunk festival, you're going to expect to see the same things. Like I said, you see goggles and top hats and lots of spats and lots of boots, and the assumed outfit for some people is just a corset and like a fake gun. A lot of people really get into it. I mean a lot. Okay, calm down, Sarah. A lot of people really get into it and create their own characters, almost like cosplay, where they're in character because they love it so much. I think the whole subculture is fascinating. You see a lot of antique stuff, a lot of brass, a lot of man-made, their own inventions. There are some cars that, all the crazy gears and stuff. That's what everybody thinks of when they think of steampunk. So the Steampunk Bible is a good book to kind of learn about the subculture, but it's by no means like a rule book. So the whole point is that you be yourself. It's supposed to be Victorian and futuristic. So nobody knows what the future is like. They're based off books by Jules Verne, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. They're based off of even more modern movies like Wild Wild West. There's lots of gears and inventions in that movie, and a lot of futuristic sci-fi movies like Firefly. A lot of people pull stuff from there, or that culture as well, because I feel like Firefly, big fan, is like a huge culture in itself. So anyways, I'm just going to kind of show you the things I have that I consider like steampunk, because my steampunk is a little bit different from your typical black on brown leather and gears, because I'm always going to be edgy. How do I explain it without labeling it? I still think there should be color in whatever you want to do. If you like pink, do pink steampunk. I do rainbows, obviously, so I'm making rainbow steampunk my thing. So I have colorful corsets, or you don't have to wear a corset. You can wear like a cute tank top or decorate something, or a frilly shirt. Pirates, steampunk just can go all over the place, wherever you want it. If it makes you happy, wear it. Get creative with it. It's fun. You get to see all these other people getting involved, and it's just... you just gotta go. I'll leave a link down below, like I said, to the one that we go to if you're interested, or you're in the Florida area. It is October 19th and 20th this year. So they kind of line it up. It's boom, steampunk, boom, Halloween the next week, and then boom, we have our Renaissance fair. I feel like they do it on purpose, so it makes it easier for people to maybe get some outfits together if they don't have much money. You can hit up the thrift stores or clearance at the Halloween section or what have you. Back on this book, it is really educational. It doesn't just talk about the fashion because there's more to it, just like any other subculture. But the book is amazing. If you can get your hands on it, maybe at a library or your friend has it, you can see the artwork is just phenomenal. They talk about the literature and where it came from, and of course they do touch up on the fashion. So, and you can always go on like Pinterest or look on Facebook for steampunk type groups and Google just steampunk fashion and you'll find something. There's a couple lines out there that are just steampunk, but a lot of them stem off some gothic websites. So if you go to a gothic fashion website, you'll find some steampunk stuff. Like Good Goth is really good about that. I love Good Goth because it's decently priced. Not sponsored, by the way. And they also touch on different subcultures, so you can type in steampunk and they'll have a set of goggles. I believe mine are from Etsy. And of course, they're rainbow oil slick with the spikes. I love these guys so much. I have another pair that my husband kind of inherited for his top hat. And I will put a picture right here. Of what we wore last year. I used my parasol from World Market. You just kind of keep an open mind and find stuff you really like. I'm about to divulge into some of my collection. It's mostly going to be boots, corsets, and hats. And also check out my video. I'm pointing up there because that's where the basket is of my Steampunk and Renaissance collection of accessories. It's a giant basket and I did a video a couple weeks back. I also found this necklace. I just typed in steampunk necklace at some point and I found this. So there's a lot of circus influences and a lot of horror. So this is one of the like Siamese twin cameo necklaces. Can't even link you down below for this necklace because I don't know, it's just so unique. Like I said, there's a lot of burlesque or circus and then like burlesque influences as well. So if you just type in Victorian or steampunk on Amazon, you can find a lot of different stuff. So I have this hat I got from Amazon. I'll have to look in my like previous orders. It has the veil, and this can be incorporated in any alternative outfit, obviously. I have yet to figure out how to style it, but I found this on Amazon. It has the little poofy ball, and yeah, it's true black. Sorry about my ring lights. My ring lights, no, it's dark gray. Anyway. So you have hats like that. This is actually from Marshall's. Love this hat. So a lot of people wear fedoras or top hats. A lot of people just buy plain black hats and decorate them. So this is a nice piece. If you're the hat wearing type, you can even wear a tiara instead of goggles or a hat. Like, you are not limited to just the steampunk cliche. I'm doing a box. Here's the box. You can go out of it. And I found this, it's literally called a Greek fisherman's cap at a vintage store, and I added a cameo and a feather, and it just kind of has that railroad type feel to it, which is part of the engineering theme of steampunk. And it's just fun. So let me adjust my ring light. That's a little bright. Again, this is going to be called the Steampunk video. I bought these shoes from Show Story. I showed them in a much older video. Goddamn Sarah with the ums. I found them on Amazon when I typed in steampunk boots. Unfortunately, our steampunk is outdoors. Believe me, I love being outside, but you're going to sink in the ground if you wear these. But they have the gears and the zippers and the hardware and the spiked heel, so they're very steampunk-esque. So I was going to wear these this year, well, this upcoming month, and I was thinking I might trip in the grass or something. Because it's an outdoor, Rennigers is actually a flea market antique fair, and they have it every weekend, I believe. Now, they used to only be open on Sundays, but when they do these special things, there's like an art show, there's a guitar show, and steampunk, of course. So now they're open on like Saturday and Sunday. So most of it's outdoor, but there is an indoor antique area where the Steampunk Fest doesn't take up space, but you have your regular vendors selling their antiques and their wares and such, like a typical flea market / antique fair. Again, repeating yourself, Sarah. Good job. That's a wine break. So instead of wearing those, I wore these to Ren Fair Trusty Dusty, just basic boots. I believe these are from TJ Maxx. They were about $20, but they're pretty sturdy. They remind me of Docs, but not as expensive. And they're really comfortable. I'll try to find the brand. I think it's just called Blue. I still have socks in them from the last time. Oh, the Halloween socks from the last time I wore them. Yeah, they're called Blue, and they have this cute little floral print that nobody's ever going to see, obviously, but they're really comfortable and sturdy for dusty areas like Ren Fair and Steampunk. I think some steampunks across the nation, or steampunk festivals, or, you know, cons, are inside in like typical convention centers. So they vary. I don't think this one like kind of travels. I think it's just Rennigers' own thing, but there's 3 or 4 locations of Rennigers flea markets in the country. I had to reach down, I'm sorry. These boots are by Fergalicious, by Fergie. I wore these last year with my steampunk outfit, which you will see in the picture I posted somewhere in the video. But they have this faux lace-up back and a sturdy heel, so I did not sink into the ground. And they are like a faux suede, so they got some dust on them, but they wiped right off. I cannot remember how much these were. I originally bought them as winter words. I have words, I promise. Boots a couple years ago when we went up to Georgia. But they went really well with my outfit. I do believe these were from Famous Footwear. If they're still available, I'll try to find them. They're called Tootsie in black. As for corsets, like I said, if you want to wear one, you do not have to. But I do have a whole collection if you need inspiration. A lot of these are from Amazon. Some are cheapy corsets, some are thrifted, and some are actually real still-boned corsets that I spent a lot of money on. But if you're not really invested in it, you don't have to buy an expensive corset. They'll look the part. Sorry, putting my hair up. They'll dropping stuff. They'll look the part if you want it to, if you just wear it correctly. Nobody's going to come up and examine your corset, make sure it's authentic or real steel-boned. Because also, if you're wearing them in the heat in Florida, you're going to get hot and uncomfortable. I always bring like an extra tank top in case it gets too hot for boning. But, you know, I rarely ever change. But it's always good to think about stuff like that. If you're going to be uncomfortable, always have a change of clothes, especially shoes if you're wearing heels. Or like run back to the car and change into a tank top instead of wearing your corset all day. I'm trying to zip it up to show you. This one is actually from Amazon when I typed in steampunk corset. So this is probably what people think about when they think steampunk. I'll do some outfit looks as I get ready and plan my own outfit. But yeah, you can just type in blank corset on Amazon and you'll find plenty of options in every color ever. This is pretty much a silver with black, and it has the silver detailing. I do believe this one has the halter. Yeah, it has a halter neck. So I will try those on for you in a later video. This one is because, like I said, you're not restricted to the metal colors or the tans or the browns. So I got this guy. Very pink brocade, well, fake brocade because it's like smooth, but you can see what it's trying to be. So I'm only going to show you a few of these because I have a whole freaking pile of corsets. So I'm like, but I don't have a green one. I don't need any more corsets, but I do want a green one, you know, things like that. And I'm probably going to wear this one this year. This is new. You can still see the tags on it. The brand is Charmian. I will try to link as many of these as I can down below for my like Amazon orders. It has all the hardware, laces up the back. This one's pretty heavy duty. I'm not sure if Charmian is steel. Like, it has like, oh my god. It has the boning structure is the black pleather. It's like this purple brocade. It's kind of, it shifts with the light, if you can see that. But I love this one. I cannot wait to incorporate it in my outfit. I mean, it's only 2 days. It's not fair. I have so many outfit ideas. And something's collapsing on my foot. I need to clean my closet again, as I do. This one I got at Renaissance Fair, and it's a true steel bone corset. It was not cheap. I can't link you down below because obviously at Renaissance Fair, I have no idea where their card is, but I wasn't even sure if they had an Etsy or a Facebook or their own website or anything. But I love this one. It's one of my only underbusts, and you can't see the purple. It's actually a dark purple. My ring lights are not cooperating with me, but I'm uploading this anyways, as awkward as it is, because that's what I do. There we go. That's a little bit better. You'll see it better on when I try it on for you. But this one is one of my favorites. It's almost like a neon. There you go. Maybe you gonna work with me? Purple. I love it. But yeah, you can do the poofy shirt thing if you want to do the pirate style, or just wear a nice tank top, or just, well, under bust, you want to wear something, obviously, but if you just want to wear a nice tank top, or just the corset, if it's an over bust, wear like a nice skirt over there. That yellow one I wore last year, which you saw in the picture, and you can wear tights, you can wear thigh highs, you can just wear boots, you can wear flat shoes if you're more comfortable with that. Nobody's going to be looking at your footwear unless you want to go all out. I've seen the giant pirate hats with the working gears and a pocket watch. A lot of people say these things are necessary, but they're actually supposed to be like something to build off of. If you're going to go with a time period theme, then you're going to want to stick with that theme. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but if you just see a couple pictures on Pinterest or Google image search, you'll know what I mean. A lot of people wear the stripy tights, a lot of people wear fishnets. There's some fire-breathing acts down there. There's dancers. There was a giant car that was remodeled. You can tell it was like once a rat rod, but they kind of like converted it to look steampunk. There's lots of maroons, golds, brass, gears, clocks. People build robots out of gears. We saw these lamps that just... They have the Edison bulb, of course, and they're just all these copper pipes spray painted. I've seen some amazing stuff down in steampunk fairs. So if you get a chance to go, just go. Even if you're not into it, it's just fun to kind of observe. A lot of people were just there for the drinks, and you could tell they were trying to sneak pictures, so I just posed. I was like, if you're taking a picture of me, because I was at the wine stand, and I saw somebody like holding their phone up, and I was like, if you're going to take a picture of me, let me do the whole thing. And I unfolded my parasol, and like, they're like, oh, thank you so much. Sorry that was awkward. I was like, sorry it was obvious that you were taking a picture of me, but I was kind of flattered. Kind of like a convention, I guess, because a lot of people will try that. They'll just go to be amused by the other people dressing up. So this is probably the last corset I'm going to show you, because, like I said, I have like a whole pile of this. I was just looking at, like, how many did I pull out? Here's your typical brocade and gold. I like the hardware on the front. This was another Amazon find, I believe. It has the black lace up on the back. But like I said, you don't have to wear a corset. It's just something I enjoy to do, and a lot of the corsetry and Victorian style, like bustle skirts and corsets and bustiers, are incorporated into steampunk because it's supposed to be Victorian and futuristic. So you have that cross over. You can be a robot. You can dress up as a robot if you want. Like, you know, the options are endless. I think that's pretty much it for tonight because there's so much to show. You could just dress as a typical Victorian guy and carry a fake gun or something, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, that's cool. You know, like, nobody really judges you at these shows because everybody's being themselves. There's no set boundaries, like I said before, in any subculture, but especially steampunk, because you can just make up a character or don't and just dress because you think it's fun, and people will just enjoy it. And you'll enjoy yourself too. So you find some cool antiques, you find some unique products and crafts and people, like what people are selling, like their wares. And I mean, also just go to thrift stores. Like, the options are literally endless, and you don't have to spend $500 on a corset for a whole outfit for steampunk. It's an imaginary subculture, basically, or using your imagination. Especially if you haven't read Jules Verne, definitely go and read those books, because that's where the whole thing started. Because Jules Verne actually crossed over Victorian and futuristic, and like, what would happen if somebody built a flying machine, you know, that kind of thing. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So it's fantasy and kind of realistic, so it's very science fiction. Obviously, that's the exact definition of science fiction. So that's exactly what steampunk is supposed to be. It's supposed to be fun. There's no rules for it. I'm no expert. I'm just having fun with it, and everybody seemed to like my outfit last year and the year before, and I don't know. It's just a good time, just like Renaissance Fair. If you have not checked out that accessory video, please do so. It'll probably give you guys some inspiration if you're interested and have not tried to get into steampunk before. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Maybe it'll be your new thing or your new hobby. And I guess that's about it. I look forward to my next video with you guys. Thank you so much for following me in my YouTube journey and my awkward videos. I love you so much. Pixi out.